I'm a dog dad for one very special reason, because I don't use dog condoms. I don't. Against my religion, actually, if you must know. No further questions unless you want to get written up by HR, all right? You're all at my place of work, so you do have to report to them, that's right. No, I do have a dog. I love having a dog. Love going to the dog park, right? Could spend hours at the dog park. Go home, tell my dog about it, he gets jealous. It's like, you're supposed to take me, you son of a bitch. Son of a bitch, whoa. Slow your roll there, bud. Glass dog houses, all right, you know? But anyways, yeah, love having a dog. My dog is Gen Z, he is. Well, I don't know if he is, but he did get diagnosed with anxiety, so he's always like 6'7", and I'm like, great, okay, cool. No, he did get diagnosed with anxiety, so he got prescribed Xanax, so I took that every day for 6 months, and that shit does not work. I am just afraid of the vacuum cleaner now, so if vacuuming is one of your chores, take that shit, because your partner can't ask you to do it anymore, you know, that's a microaggression. And you do get canceled them on Twitter now, so pretty cool. I'm in love with a human, don't worry. She's a good girl, she is. I've been in love with the same woman for 10 years now, actually. 10 years, I know, right? My friends and family have really been pressuring me lately to ask her out on a date. And I don't want to rush into anything, you know? She just got out of squatting in her crawl space. Don't want to freak her out again. Yeah, she did, I should say, allegedly caught me squatting in her crawl space, right? I have yet to be convicted by a jury of my peers. And my lawyers got billboards all over this goddamn town, so I am going to get away with it, all right? I am in a relationship we've been together for a while. She's the reason I grew this beard, right? Which was the right call. It did hurt my feelings how quickly she started convincing me, you know? Just date number 2. She's like, hey buddy, I know I swiped right on your face, but could you cover up at least 50% of that shit? Yeah, that chin is doing nobody any favors, all right? Let's treat your chin like it's a Confederate monument. We know what atrocities happened. We don't need to see it anymore, all right? Tear it down. Tore down my confidence until I grew it, and I'm like, you know what, she was right. Here we go. 8 years later, pretty good choice. Yeah, we have been together for a long time. Like I said, we're not married, we don't have kids or anything like that, but we did make a big move down to Georgia a few years ago. You know, we were up in Ohio for a long time, and then we moved down to Georgia so we could be closer to her mom and dad, which has been great, you know, because we used to have to spend 7, 8, 9 hours driving anytime we wanted to see them over Thanksgiving, anything like that. Now, we don't have to get in the car, we live really close, we're just right downstairs. It's very millennial core. It is, hell yeah. We started in COVID and we're never moving out, hell yeah. Yeah, and I do appreciate them letting us crash with them. It's been very nice, you know. I was trying to think of like ways that I could show my appreciation, anything besides pay rent. No, I'll let the dog lick the dishes before I put them in the dishwasher. Thanks and cleaner. I don't know if you knew that, but it does. Yeah, the dishwasher doesn't have to work as hard. That's pretty nice. Yeah, we were living in their house. Living under their roof, sharing a bed, all 4 of us. Doing a Willy Wonka style out in them suburbs of Atlanta. Oh yeah. About to go Grandpa Joe Goblin mode this weekend, or I guess Gobble Gobble mode for Thanksgiving. Pretty stupid. But I was trying to think of like, how can I show them my appreciation, right? I was like, you know, I'm a gift giver. I'll get them tickets to Hamilton, Ohio. Rust Belt town, where I grew up. You know, it's beautiful this time of year, Hamilton, Ohio. Lots to do in Hamilton, lots to do, you know, heroin, meth if you're lucky. It's pretty nice. It's wonderful. No, I did, we went out of town one weekend and I was like, I'm gonna get them a gift. So they were big readers, so I brought home a novel, Coronavirus, I did. Yeah, SARS-CoV-2, have you heard of it? It's a sequel, it is. They weren't familiar with the original, but they had no problem picking up number 2. So it was pretty good. You can find it in the fiction section or the nonfiction section. It really depends on where that bookstore is, you know. It's pretty good. We got to get out, though. We got to get out of there pretty soon, you know. Because like I said, we're not married, we're not engaged, none of that stuff. But if we're there for like 6 more months, I think I'm legally their common law son. And I'm not trying to have sex with my common law sister, I'll tell you that. No matter what my search history may imply. That's not my thing, all right? Let's not be weird about it. I'll tell y'all this, my partner and I, we are vegan. I did have a cheeseburger for breakfast, but I'm an ally, okay? Relax. I support the vegan cause, all right? And most importantly, I skipped lunch today, so I've kind of been vegan for hours. When you think about it that way. It's called intermittent veganing. Join my movement. Let's do this together. It's very easy to be an intermittent vegan. You just have to have strong morals, weak follow through. That's all I have. You also have to be willing to not tell my partner about that shit. She thinks we're doing it for real, right? She is a vegan. I am a liar, is what I am. I don't feel good about that, you know? I don't feel good about it. When we're together, I'm a vegan, not a problem. But I go out, do shows, I'm out by myself, all bets are off. When Daddy is away, he will eat Chick-fil-A. He will. I'm eating a lot of that. I feel bad. I feel like I'm cheating on her when I sleep with other people, but mostly the food stuff, you know. And I'll get home after like being out, getting weak, not doing the right thing. I can't even join her in bed until I shower, right? Because I have to wash the smell of Five Guys off of me. I do. And they cook with peanut grease. It's hard to get that shit out of all the crevices. You know, you gotta scrub with a good loofah, you do. And I get anxious around the place too. You know, I can't leave my phone laying out because I'm blowing up on all the apps, right? All the apps, Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grindr, all the apps. Yeah, I thought Grindr was something else. Where I grew up, we had a sandwich shop called Grinders, and I was like, damn, they went national. Hell yeah. Gotta support local, even if they're backed by private equity now. It's fine. Hell yeah. Grinders. That's not what Grindr is, turns out. But I love attention. Look at me up here. I stuck around. And in my defense, the guy on Grindr said he was looking for a sub. I was like, buddy, that is what I'm looking for. All right, let's make it work. Okay, that's it for me, y'all. Thank you so much. Happy Thanksgiving.